Welcome to another episode of Critical Misconduct, where I can't speak today. But I don't think my friends will have that much of a problem. Yes, sure. Got to say a couple of things. Got to say thank you to Above VTT for all our role-playing needs, as well as D&D Beyond, and of course our music by Travis Savoy, and Beneo's Battle Maps for all majority of our maps for our game. So, question for today, guys. What is your preferred fun-size candy of choice? If you had to have one.
Oh. The little Twix. Single little
Snickers.
Twix.
You get the minis to not eat a whole candy bar and then you eat the whole bag.
Yeah. I swear to God, I did that the other day. I bought one of those fun-size Snickers packs,
Probably
and I literally ate the whole thing in 2 days.
Oh.
It was not my proudest moment.
Yeah, mini Snickers for me as well.
Chris has deep in thought.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't
It's
really
nice
eat
stuff.
candy bars. Like, honestly, when I do chocolate, I just do, like,
Well, it
Plain
doesn't
dark
necessarily have to be chocolate. Like,
That's
there are
true.
fun-size versions of, like, you can get, like, Starbursts or...
if I guess, like, if I'm just doing candy, like, well, my favorite candy right now is the cold brew M&Ms. Have you ever had that? The caramel cold brew M&Ms. They're
What?
so fucking good. Get them. Try some. They're amazing.
What? Cold brew? What?
Caramel cold brew M&Ms. Best things in the world.
Wow.
I'm not a big M&M guy because I'm just not really a chocolate guy. But caramel, like, that's where you have my attention.
No, so it's like caramel at first, and then like as you get to the end, it's got a little bit of the coffee, like cold brew taste to it. Oh, so good.
See, and I'm not a caramel, but the cold brew sounds very interesting. I'll do an M&M only if it's got like something extra going on, like a peanut or like the crispy
Yeah.
rice or
Yep.
whatever.
Yeah. M&M by itself is just not enough. It's meh.
I guess just for more traditional ones, though, Skittles. I like Skittles.
Mm. Oh, somebody at the conference I was at this week was handing out
Eat
little
pounds,
gummy bears, little mini packs of gummy bears, and that's a
Those
good
are
little
always good
treat.
too. Yeah.
So I like, for some reason, every Halloween season is the tiny box of Nerds, strawberry Nerds.
Oh,
Yep. Those are good.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's just something so good about them.
I love nerds.
Mm-hmm.
I like the little mini airheads too. That's a really good amount of airhead. Delicious.
And my wife really loves the Smarties, the small pack of Smarties.
Yeah.
I do like those too. So yeah, those are good.
Do you get a lot of kids that trick or treat in your area, Aaron?
It depends on the year. Sometimes we have more kids than others, but it's relatively small. It's because I think we're in an older neighborhood. But I don't know. Greg, do you get many kids in your neighborhood?
I don't know. I'm always out with mine.
Yeah.
I have no idea. You
We're
know,
gonna find out this year. This will be our first year in this neighborhood.
I was
Are you
always
going trick or treating, Greg? Is it happening? We're still cool enough to go trick or treating?
Well, the past years they haven't trick or treated per se, but they've wanted to like be transported to friends' houses where they're doing whatever. Molly trick or treated last year. I don't know about Katie. I don't remember, but she wanted, like, there were somewhere she wanted to be, so I'm sort of like on standby, you know,
Okay.
for dad transportation. But I don't know if they're going to be trick or treating per se.
Yeah. How's trick or treating in your neighborhood, Reagan?
Oh, hundreds and hundreds of children. They come in
really?
from outside of the neighborhood. So my mom comes over, and because they don't get any kids in their neighborhood, so she comes over and helps me. But I have a whole setup with like my industrial bubble machine, and I've got a boom box, and well, historically, I would set up a TV. So this faces the front room. I'd set up a TV in the window right here, playing the baseball game that's on. But Astros lost. They really shit the bed this year, so you know. But I have a whole thing with like candy and miniature bubble wands and glow sticks and little bits and treats and all kinds of stuff. And
We
I
have
just finished my costume today.
we have little lanterns, like Halloween lanterns that go
so
up the
cute.
street, up from the street, and then we have. I usually wear a big black top hat, and then I
Lovely.
usually sit outside if it's nice out. I'll sit outside with the
Fun.
big bucket.
Normally
of
everybody sits outside. It's gonna be cold though. Like tomorrow, we're gonna be between 49 and 43 all day long. It's gonna be miserable. So I don't know how Tuesday's looking quite yet. Might be wet and cold, so we'll see what happens.
Quick.
Yeah.
It was almost 82 degrees here on Saturday. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, it was hot all week. Tuesday it's going to be high of 43, but yeah, it's going to be relatively cold. At least it's going to not rain.
I think it might be rainy here.
Yeah.
It's not gonna rain.
Well, it's not supposed to rain here, luckily, but it's a high of 58 here
Mm.
on Tuesday, so we'll see.
But I do enjoy Halloween a lot. I grew up in a neighborhood that was like just slammed with kids. Like
Yeah.
Chris,
Our neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris and
Yeah.
Derek knows that in our neighborhood that we grew up in, it was a thing. Like
Yeah.
Mhm.
even as we got older, the majority of us didn't matter whether we were 16, 17. There was still trick or treating out there.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, it was a big neighborhood, so you would just go down like maybe a quarter of it. Like you just pick the quarter closest to your house, but like the size in general of just oh my god, yeah, you could go
Well, see,
forever. Like if
people
you started
drive
early
here.
and went late.
People are like on flatbed trailers driving a bunch. Like it's hilarious. It's so good.
So, yeah, I may have to buy another bag, unfortunately, because like Greg, I picked through all the good stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's where we're in the risky position. We're buying candy to hand out, but we don't know if anybody's going to come in this neighborhood. So
Well,
See,
no.
see, here's
it's
the
risky.
thing. Here's the thing about Aaron and I. Okay, ADHD equals poor impulse control.
Control.
Mhm.
If I buy that bag, I'm eating it all.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
The also the Trolls sour gummy worms. They're just slowly getting depleted. I'm like, I gotta
Oh
stop
yeah,
eating
sour
them.
gummy anything. Mm.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Laffy. It's not Laffy Taffy, but it's made by Airheads. They made a taffy that is sour taffy, and it's so
Ooh.
good.
That sounds so good.
So they
You
have,
know what?
yeah.
They used to have this one when we were kids, Tangy Taffy. Do you remember that one? That's what they had when I was a kid. It was
Kind
Tangy
of.
Taffy. It was like, it was very similar to what Airhead has now.
Mhm. So yeah, they have these
Never
different one's a tropical flavored bag you can get. It's all Dollar Tree. You can get a ton of them at Dollar Tree. So
I remember accidentally ripping out a filling with a now lighter once.
Oh, jeez.
Ooh, nice. Ooh, the Dollar Tree had a bunch of really great Peeps around Easter time, like a ton of different flavor Peeps. It was really great.
So Derek, I've never been known like what New York City is like on Halloween. Like
I mean, since it's a Tuesday, it's pretty much everybody's going from yesterday to Tuesday night. So pretty much something happening. I mean, it's a big party scene here. I mean, but as far as the children, I mean, they go around. I mean, probably.
So
get
does
three
everybody
rolls.
go out to like the places where houses are to trick or treat?
Did you hear me?
It's obviously,
So they
like, if
probably
you're-
probably get 3 rolls in Brooklyn or.
Oh,
But yeah, so with that, we're gonna get into this tonight.
Uh-oh.
Reagan, where
What?
did we leave off last time? Because even I forgot partially what you guys left off at.
Well, okay, so, there was discussion happening at the campfire while the circus folk, right, Team Clown Shoes, took off heading west to go find the missing shipment
Mm-hmm.
with Vasily's missing books.
Mm-hmm.
So, we headed west to a crossroads, and there was one that continued west, so we head that way. and there were 4 guys going through stuff of the, this cart, and we saw 2 guys, 4 guys. We got 2 down, and then 2 started running away, and then from behind them there was a big guy with a big metal mask on his head, and we tried to be chill with him, but he was not chill. And so we had to beat him up, which didn't go super well, but we got him eventually. Yarn did a super good job at that. But yeah, this guy apparently had been out there, sort of set a trap and was killing, dragging bodies away and all kind of stuff. So we got his very beautiful suit of armor. We got his gold. We found the paperwork and stuff that Vasily, we thought, had wanted, so we took that with us too. On the bandits we killed, we had some cool stuff too. So there was a cool ring that Yeet took. We collectively, the group, did cut off the bad guy's head with the cool mask, and put it in the bag of holding. Because we all collectively thought that it would be cool to have that helmet. And yeah. We started our way back, and Leslie started reading the book again. And that was a very nice thing that had happened. So we ended up into the castle courtyard with Alec, Rahadin, Leo DeSona, Gabriel, and Strahd was very sad. He was a big sad boy. Fog. Cut to, we're in the study, and Strahd had a letter, and he was again being very sad boy. And the letter was somebody had died, right?
His
Queen, his mom.
His mother.
His mom died, and I had to read the letter again. Yeah. So really sad. Gabriel was, behind him saying he's so sorry, but there was clearly tension between him and Gabriel, and Strahd is not happy with him. I guess something maybe potentially blaming him. I don't know. But he stepped out, and so we were looking around the study, and we found some silverware and an urn and a little locked box. Or like a little music box. So we all again collectively agreed to take the box, which was a good idea. And when Strahd came back, he kind of seemed like he saw that stuff had been moved, which was a little scary. But then he stepped through a secret door in the study. Yeah, and then we came back, and then we ended up back at the circus around the campfire, and I pulled out the very cool head with the helmet to show everybody, but then the eyes were still blinking like he was alive, which is kind of impossible, so I stabbed it, and then Yard peed on it, which I thought was a really good idea, and then we set it on fire. Oh, and then I played the music box for Perry, and I think he liked it, but then Irina didn't seem to like it. And then...
Irina...
We don't have to...
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end of the story.
Yeah.
That's the end of what happened last time.
Irina...
Nothing else.
It is the song that is always in her head.
Mm-hmm.
Continuously.
Mm-hmm.
That she hums.
Mm-hmm.
Irina's got some interesting habits.
Oh,
She's,
yeah.
she's got some trauma, just like all of us. She's got a little bit of trauma. Yeah.
Yeah, nothing else like
She-
them going out,
nothing
her going
else.
out in the woods and Yarn seeing her suck the blood off of animals. No, not at
Did
all.
that happen?
Did that happen?
Oh, and then Quellen also saw the straw doll by the fire and tilt its head too, because that was not ill moment.
You're scary.
It was a scary little episode, Aaron. So, let's talk about our options. We could go talk to Argynvost Holt to see if we could talk to Vladimir to convince him to help us. We could go check out the church and the orphanage. We could go to return the papers to Vasily. I feel like that's a good thing to do. And then there's the winery situation that some of us know about. I assume that we would tell everybody then that, like, oh, there's also this missing shipment of wine, and try to. So
There's that too.
and then we could try to get Irina to Kresk for safety. But I don't know. Those are our different options of things to do. I feel like returning the papers to Vasily and then checking out the church and orphanage make the most sense, but what do y'all think?
I'm down with the orphanage.
And we're doing that with the mixed team.
I think our pals today are Irina, Quellen, Perry, and Yarn. So a mix of Team Trauma and Team Clown Shoes, which is fun. Who would have thought?
Get some trauma in your clown shoes.
Oh, I stepped on Trauma in my clown shoes. Ew.
Sometimes the clown shoes can cause trauma.
Yeah. When did clowns... Did we talk about this already? When did clowns
Yes,
become scary?
They've
Was that,
always
Yeah.
been
was
scary.
that it?
Yeah, we figured it was
No.
like the
Yes.
70s to 80s.
Yeah.
It screws with the child's idea of like the uncanny valley type crap.
Mm.
So like, you know, you're changing the way somebody looks purposely is a little unnerving. Like,
Because I just feel like they've always been scary in my growing up, and like, but there had to have been a time where they were not scary, that they were
Yeah.
just joyful and silly.
it is usually what we said was the turning point in popular culture to make them
Yeah.
arguably always scary.
Yeah, I think it was like it and Killer Clowns from Outer Space were like the two
Yeah.
turning points.
Right. And that's where we discussed there's an actual game coming out with that.
Mhm.
So, okay, you guys decide to head out of the circus, or would Val Kilmer say it, circus? Now, I always wondered, did he make that as a choice, or who could he not say circus?
Val Kilmer could say whatever he wanted to because he's incredible.
I agree.
It was just a thought.
We'll
Batman,
call it a choice then.
Yeah. Batman 3.
I'll call
Batman
him.
Forever. I'll call him. So.
Val Kilmer, Tombstone.
Mhm.
Ugh.
Yep.
Wasn't he also in Maverick, too?
Yeah, Maverick.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
card game one?
Oh.
Was he in Maverick? I didn't know
Not
that.
the Top
I think
Gun
it was
one?
Mel.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That's Mel.
I know that had like no, what's his fucking name? Braveheart. Mel Gibson had Mel Gibson and That old guy Garner or something. What was his name? I don't know.
What was the one with? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong movie, but it's. Oh, it was Mel Gibson. Sorry, no, yeah.
Yeah, it's Mel Gibson in that.
James Garner.
James Garner, thank you.
From The Notebook.
Because I think James Garner played the original Maverick in like the TV series, which is why they had him.
Oh, I love when they do that.
I do like that movie. I only saw it once, but it was cool.
It makes me
Oh,
happy.
Alfred Molina's in it too.
God damn.
I love him.
I should rewatch that movie. It's actually a good movie.
It is, yeah. Yeah, my lucky shirt is damaged.
So, you guys wake up in the morning, and it is a crazy foggy day. I mean, I can't see in front of your face. Fog. And, I mean, it's nothing too alarming because it's not much different than every day. But you also know that you're right next to the town, so just follow the path. You'll be fine. Do you guys continue into town?
Yes. We just started, Aaron. Why does it have to be so menacing already? We just woke up.
You walk down the path. And it should be only take you like, I don't know, 10 minutes to walk. But then you keep walking. 10 minutes, turn to 20 minutes. And you just feel like you're in a soup. All you can see is the road ahead of you. What do you guys do?
I make a survival check to see if we should have been to the city by now.
Sure.
What's behind us?
14.
You should have been there 10 minutes ago. Behind you, just fog. Ahead of you, just fog.
Okay, I take out my cell phone.
No service.
No, sir.
Damn it!
Irina would have a cell phone, wouldn't she?
I mean,
It's just 1G and it won't connect.
oh, she'd be such a Tumblr girl. So
It's-
sad.
It is. No, I'm not saying there's no service. There's barely one bar and it never works right. So it's even worse.
Just stays on the loading screen the whole time.
So it's worse than no service. At least it says no service. You're like, oh, okay. This perpetually
This one,
gives you
keep
hope.
you keep trying. It's like my service in Afghanistan. It's like, I swear it's gonna load someday.
You're still waiting. What do you guys do?
I hate this place. It's too foggy.
We should have been there by now.
Do you want to turn back? Or should we just try to keep going?
Do I know if we would have potentially missed a turn to think that we...
No, it's one path.
It's one path. Yeah, no point in turning back.
Fog ahead, fog behind.
I think Perry at this point, knowing the lands, would at least pull out his axe and be ready for some shenanigans.
Mm.
Okay. You guys continue forward.
Mhm.
You continue forward. And the fog still bellows through, and you suddenly feel a drop of water dripping. Starts to rain. Doesn't dispel the fog, though. And as you keep walking, you see in the distance a figure start coming quickly towards you. Small little figure come hustling through, and as you get closer to look, you see it's a small gnome riding a donkey at full gallop heading your way.
Is this like one of those shitty little gnomes from before?
Looks like a normal gnome to you, as he looks terrified as he's running. The donkey's at full gallop running towards you.
Oh. Hello?
Watch out! Watch out! There comes a fast ass.
He's
That's
not
great.
he's not mulling about.
Oh no.
I'm pretty tall. Can I stand in front of the donkey coming and get him to slow down?
He comes rolling up. He's like, "Watch out! Watch out! He's coming!" And as the distance comes, you see in the big distance, a little bit close by, coming at a fast pace, this large horse with this large fiery mane, and ahead of you, you see a man holding an axe, galloping towards you, and you swear he doesn't have a head. And as he comes after you, he comes bounding after you. Do you stop the horse or the donkey?
Eldritch Blast on the horseman.
Okay, you Eldritch Blast on the horseman, and you see him suddenly fade into nothing.
No, I wouldn't stop the donkey. I'll let him keep
No.
running.
Yeah, if he wants to keep running, that's fine.
No, he got
Okay.
stopped by...
Well, I was more asking than doing.
You do, man. I'm making the suggestion that you were going to stop him.
Well, I will say
Okay.
Perry will probably be like, you're okay. He's already dead. He doesn't have a head."
Okay.
Just barely visible within the fog is the dark figure of another mounted rider, sword raised with axe in a striking position. It gallops, almost appears to be in slow motions as it chases after its prey, and out of nowhere.
I think it was just a mirage. It was not real.
Illusion.
Gnome, where did you come from?
I was just trying to get back into town before it's safe. Where it's safe.
Okay. You're trying to get to town?
Yes,
Why are you coming this direction?
it's the way back into town.
No, we're heading into town. This direction.
No, this further takes you into the woods. Sleepy Hollow is this way.
Where?
The town. My hometown.
No. What town did you say?
Sleepy Hollow?
No. We're heading to what's it?
To Vallaki.
To Vallaki.
He's all confused.
I'm all confused.
Do you not know the town Vallaki?
Should I?
What year is it?
Um. Mm, all right, Gnome. We'll accompany you back to your town. Which town are you going to?
Sleepy Hollow.
Oh, I thought you were running away from Sleepy Hollow.
No, I was trying to get back home.
Okay. Well, okay. So we'll accompany you to Sleepy Hollow. And then from there, maybe somebody can help us figure out how to get to Vallaki.
Okay. Well, yeah, that sounds great. Power in numbers, I always say.
Uh-huh. And what is your donkey's name?
Pomona.
Pomona. And what is your name?
And he adjusts his hat, adjusts his shirt. He goes, Ichabod. Crane.
Ichabod.
You
My
have
name's
a fine
Serena.
ass,
It's a
Ichabod.
pleasure to meet you.
I cast Speak with Animals and ask the donkey if his master took a hit in the head.
Okay. Does it take 10 minutes to do the ritual?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
This could be while we're traveling.
Okay. The donkey, she looks to you and she goes, I don't think so. The creature following us was rather terrifying.
I just look at the rest of the group and be like, the donkey's on the same page as the rider.
Okay. So how far to Sleepy Hollow?
Not far. You want, I'll lead the way.
Okay.
Certainly not. As you continue forward, it gets kind of late, a couple more hours, and it feels like time is not right. It's approaching dusk as you finally start seeing what looks like a small town ahead of you, which is weird. Because you felt like you just left that morning.
And this is going back the direction that we were coming from the circus?
Towards the circus, yeah.
Towards the circus.
What the fuck?
Certainly not the loud chorus of a bustling city. Sleepy Hollow is obviously a small, quiet village. Though tonight, the silence seems eerily so. On this evening, as the last flicker of light sets behind an apple orchard to the west, whose strong scent lingers in the air, a hush has fallen across the land. The clucks and bays of farm animals you would expect from such a village do not exist. The chirps of birds in the trees have disappeared. The random chatter of townspeople have been replaced by mute stares from a few faces you see through the windows of an inn. There's nothing but a knowing silence that was washed across all who live in this Sleepy Hollow. Not a soul can be seen nor heard elsewhere in the town. Being the only building that appears to have life, the inn has a simple wood-engraved sign that appears to be new, bearing the words, Shayla's Inn. What most seem out of place, however, is the extraordinarily large number of jack-o'-lanterns spread along the road, the largest concentration of which are just outside the inn. As your group approaches the village, the inn's door cracks open and an arm beckons you to approach and enter.
Are jack-o'-lanterns a thing that we are is that like a thing that we're familiar with? Is like a tradition, or is this odd?
Do a history check.
Okay.
I'm going to decline and say that Yarn has never seen these, and he's fucking scared as fuck. If that's okay.
We only have zucchinis where we come from.
The hair, the hackles, like on the back of his neck, are standing up, and he's like warily looking at them.
Got a
15? There are stories of the Fae, and the Feywilds having these type of traditions to keep bay the evil spirits. But you're not exactly sure of what it pertains to.
Cute.
Do you guys enter the inn?
I mean, we've been walking for hours, right? So I think we probably need to.
The common room of the inn is wide and opens to the second story. The entire structure, walls, and furnishings are all made from red-hued cedar wood, the scent of which fills the room. Judging by the eloquent woodwork, you can only conclude the building was recently constructed. Despite the size of the room, it is crowded. It seems the entire town has taken residence within. Being foreigners to the town, all eyes are upon you. "What are you doing here?" demands a short, older woman. The blunt, raspy voice and firm stare she gives would almost have been more befitting a dwarf than the halfling before you. Glancing outside, her face seems to have lost hope. "Oh, you fool, it's too late! You're now honorary citizens of of Sleepy Hollow, courtesy of old Jack." The anger in her voice is tempered by what seems to be honest concern. Looking outside at the landscape, an eerie pear fog has begun to roll in further into the town. Filling the air and obscuring the land, the fog transforms the town into a sight unfamiliar even to the locals. What light there was fades to darkness. Not long after, the fog begins to twinkle with various colored lights, giving an eerie beauty to a landscape of dread.
Oh, that's nice. We apologize for the interruption. We were just accompanying Ichabod back into town. We seem to have gotten ourselves lost. So we don't intend to be here long. I don't want to cause any disruption. But might we be able to sit and rest a while?
You see a man, an older gentleman. He's elderly. He's about 154 years old. Half elf. He looks over and he goes, "All are welcome, since you have no place to go anyways. All are trapped here as it is."
Trapped?
Unfortunately.
Why trap?
Jack won't let you go.
We killed Jack?
We've all tried. Now, I do suggest that you all follow tradition or face his wrath. Grab a pumpkin from the side here and craft your jack-o'-lantern.
Do you mean where they have the pumpkins with the faces on them?
Yes, my dear.
How will that help?
Those who have a jack-o'-lantern have a chance to survive this evening.
Okay, and are we doing this as like a fun tradition, or do we really? Will really help us?
I wish it was a fun tradition, my dear, but if you wish to keep your head on the top of your body, I suggest you make one.
All right. Perry, will you come help me pick up a pumpkin?
Yeah, sure.
Do you guys all pick a pumpkin?
Pick a pumpkin. Just start
Yarn-
carving it right there. with
Yarn
the
is Yarn is terrified of the pumpkins. He's like,
It's
He's
just
not-
a plain pumpkin, though, right now.
right? No, I think he's creeped out even by the pumpkins. So like you
Okay.
guys see him, he's kind of like, he's eyeing the pumpkins. He's not going near them.
Okay,
Orange-
well, Perry, can you
orange
pick one
fruit.
for Yarn, too?
I like awkwardly carry like 3 giant pumpkins in my arms.
I'll pick this
So,
small.
are all 4 of you making a pumpkin, or a jack-o'-lantern, or just the 3 of you?
Yeah,
I think all 4 of us, right?
all 4 of us. Or
Yeah.
is
So-
Yarn going to?
Well, okay. So you guys get 4, and we take them, we put them down.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mhm.
pretty much okay.
Yeah.
So Yarn, he's like standing back from the pumpkin, and he's looking at it, and he's he's clearly like intimidated by the pumpkin.
I mean, it appears to be food. There's no reason to be afraid of food. And you
just-
see, I pull out like a whole like kitchen utensil set from my backpack and like unroll it and like start handing knives to people.
Food?
I just started,
Yeah, I mean-
I just have this imagery of you, like, if we'd put a cucumber right next to you, you would jump up in fright.
Right, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like he like these things fucking freak him out, and he's like,
Yeah.
you know,
It's
Sure.
I mean, it looks like a gourd. I mean, I've never seen one like this, but I mean, yeah, food, more or less.
he's gonna wait until you start carving one up.
Yeah. And so looking around, are they all
I'll carve one for
faces,
him with a cat
or-
with the arched back and
Oh, that's very cute. Will it work if we carve it for him, or will it only work if he does it himself?
He has to do it himself.
He has to do
you
it
go
himself.
to go
Okay.
do that, and he goes. They look at you with like concern.
oh, well, I'll get him another one. Here, you can have this one anyways.
So if you just like claw it, maybe that'll be something. Does it have to be a face, or can it just be anything?
You can do. I need you all to make performance checks.
So
Performance?
Yarn
Can I
Yarn is
use-
going to he's gonna do it with his daggers. He's gonna like take a dagger and like, you know, he's a swashbuckler,
Yeah.
right? And he's gonna like jump into range with it and do some carving and then like jump back out.
That is a fantastic pumpkin, Derek.
And so I'm gonna make my performance check with disadvantage.
Can
Perfect.
I, by chance, use dexterity and my proficiency since I'm proficient in cook's utensils?
Oh.
I will
see?
say yes. Go ahead.
I went to go carve mine and then just punched a hole in it. With my
So I rolled a 4.
Wow, all you guys really suck at making.
Really bad at carving
I
pumpkins.
was never really good at it in the first place.
Was it plus?
I don't have the
I never really had
There
too
we
much
go.
practice as a kid.
okay, Qualin's right there with me.
Oh,
my
nope,
God.
I still failed.
Yeah, oh yeah. We're
Even with a
awful.
+4.
We're terrible. We have the worst pumpkins ever.
I talked my way into a +4 instead of a +0 and still fucked it up.
That wasn't with advantage.
Oh, did you say with advantage?
Yeah, that's what I was going to give you with advantage because you're going to use those tools.
Oh, okay. Well, that works. I was just asking because my performance is +0.
So Yarn's pumpkin has these like triangular eyes, right? Because he's just doing slashes, and like the one on the left is really small and the one on the right is like really big.
Better.
Mm-hmm.
And his mouth is like a square, like, yeah.
It's still a pumpkin.
Awful pumpkin.
You guys
Yeah.
set out your pumpkins, and then you see the neighbor, the people in the inn start grabbing what looks like what looks like bowls of candy, and they start going out. They open the door. And they start leaving the candy out and then quickly close it. They leave the bowls of candy out.
I mean, if you leave it out there, the mice are going to get to it. That's not very smart.
And
Can I pick up a piece of candy?
you can, and as you go to do that, you see... You actually open the door, go out to get the piece of candy. You see... Looks like pixies are grabbing candy.
Oh!
And then shuffling along. They're like, pixies, maybe a brownie or two.
Oh my gosh. How exciting.
Take that back. You have bigger problems than mice.
We got to keep the fae at bay. Keep them happy.
Mm-hmm.
This
That
night.
makes sense.
They keep coming back, taking candy. You go to take that piece of candy.
Uh-huh.
Another pixie comes onto your hand. She goes, "Excuse me, that's mine."
My apologies.
And she bows her head and then grabs it from your hand and she puts it almost like she's carrying it it's a big piece of candy that she's holding on her shoulder. And she goes, "Thank you." And she flies on off.
Oh, shit.
I like how we have one character from the Fae and we did not bring him.
No. Nope. Well, so I guess, what else do we need to do? Or do we just have to stay inside for the rest of the night? We really should get either back to our group or to Vallaki. So, does anyone in the inn? No.
You can ask questions to the people at the inn.
Okay. I think I would go up to the innkeeper and order a glass of wine, and then also ask about, I don't know how it happened. We got turned around, but we were going straight. But I'm not sure how it happened, but we've ended up lost somehow, so we need to get back to either Vallaki or to our camp that's a few minutes outside of Vallaki. Do you know which direction we need to go from here?
I wish I could tell you, my dear, but you're not going to be leaving this inn anytime soon.
Yes, we will. And we just need directions, but if you're not able to provide that, I'm sure we can do something to persuade you.
My dear, it's not a threat. You can't leave the town. It's impossible to leave the town.
What?
She hands you your glass of wine. She goes, "Go talk to Anders. He will give you more information."
Okay. Who is Anders? I went to school with a kid named Anders. Anders Gradsall. He was Norwegian.
So you want to go talk to Anders?
What else are we gonna do? Besides get in trouble with the pixies. Oh, I'm gonna tell the group, nobody touch the candy. It's for the pixies.
Oh, I guess the cold front's coming through. I just heard my wife open the back door and go, oof. That was a very funny sound in the background. Well, I knew it was really windy because I could hear the screens rattling and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you guys want? You can ask him anything you want. Because it seems like this place is cursed.
Yeah. Who is Anders?
Anders is the elder half elf record keeper.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Even though he's 150 or 54 years old, he's still in his prime, he says.
Right.
I'm
Good
in
for
my
him.
prime.
Anders, Irina, pleasure to meet you. So, we are in a little bit of a situation. So how long have you been in this town?
My entire life. Why?
And have you ever left the town?
Can't say I have.
Okay. So we just got here, and we do need to leave the town. Is there anyone here who has left the town?
If they're here, they haven't left the town.
And
No-
is there anyone who used to be here that's no longer here?
Plenty.
Okay.
But the only way they left is without their head.
Well, that is less than ideal. Anders, I'll be honest with
I
you.
agree.
I honestly don't know how we ended up here.
It's a story we all hear. Some heroes or adventurers come into this town thinking they can cure our curse, get rid of it, make it so they can go home themselves, whether it's selfish or their own means. But they're just stuck here with the rest of us. Stuck to relive this night every night.
Well, I'm happy to say that we're no heroes, right? We were not, didn't know anything about this town. We did not intend to be here. We were walking a mere 10 minutes, a straight path into the town of Vallaki, and I don't know how it happened, but we ended up, I guess, lost on a different road. I'm not, and then we ran into Ichabod, and we walked back with him because he hadn't seemed to have heard of Vallaki, which is pretty surprising given the location.
He looks back
But-
at Ichabod and he goes, "You should have known better, Ichabod. Why did you tell them to come this way?" And he looks sheepish. And he's just like, I was scared. He was coming after me. This is
The mirage? That wasn't real. There was sort of the fog with the lights playing tricks. It looked like something, but then it wasn't anything. So, this what everyone's afraid of? The fog with the...
They're afraid of the Headless Horseman.
Right.
The ones they call Jack. The one they call Jack.
Okay.
And I'll tell you what I've told others. The curse cannot be lifted unless he gets everything he's lost.
What has he lost?
Well, his name's not Jack.
Oh.
And well, you can only get, I'm sure you can guess what else he's lost. Having lost his name with time, I always tell groups like yours he's probably needs his real name back. Problem is,
Real name.
everyone who knew that is probably long dead.
What's wrong with Jack? Jack seems like a perfectly fine name.
No, you wouldn't like to be called Jack if it was not you.
Mm.
But I tell you what, if you seriously are looking to fixing the curse, you need to head out to the records house. I've been keeping records of the folks' attempts like yours for years. Maybe you get lucky.
Where's the records house?
It's here.
Close by? Well lit?
I
A
will
straight shot that
show
we
you a
can see
map.
from one place to the other? That is not spooky and scary to get to? Oh, what a cute town. Is that a river?
That is a river.
Oh.
Oh.
Mm.
River. Yep, 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 yep.
Yep, 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 yep.
Yep.
The records house is right here.
Mm-hmm.
You-
4.
Yes. You are currently right here
Okay.
at Shayla's
That
Inn.
feels safe.
That's within sprinting distance.
And that's what I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
Which direction do we come in from?
You came in from... Oh, sorry. This side of town.
That.
Okay.
Okay. And at the records, are we like signing in, or are we trying to find Jack's real
I
name?
mean, if the records are a place of history on all the failures, I don't want to be part of that.
Hmm. But it sounds like the only way out of here is to resolve this curse. So,
Do
just
you
try
want
to
these
do
numbers?
something. Oh boy.
You can keep also talking to the rest of the people in the group. There's also like
Okay.
Bron and Milo and these other people.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
have we left? Are we leaving that guy? Are we leaving Anders right now?
You can. You're just talking in the inn.
Yeah. We can talk to. We can all talk to different people if we want to.
Mm-hmm.
Did you want to talk to somebody, Yarn?
I want to talk to Anders when everybody else walks
Okay.
away.
Sure.
Mm.
Go ahead.
Yarn, he's got this. He's like really looks like he's really thinking serious, and he gets real close to Anders and he says, "If tonight I find a female to lay with, I will relive this every night."
And he goes, no. You will
Okay.
just relive the night. It doesn't change your actions and what you do.
Oh. Okay.
It doesn't affect your actions and what you do that night,
So every night is different.
depending on what you do.
Do you remember what you did last night?
We did what we were supposed to. Put out our lantern, or our jack-o'-lanterns, and hope that he does not pick our lantern.
Wait, he picks a lantern?
He picks a lantern.
What happens if he picks a lantern?
He places it on his head, where his head would be, and declares you his prey for the evening.
What happens if you just stay in here?
He has a way of leading you out.
I mean, can't you just tie someone down? This doesn't sound complicated.
It gets complicated when he sets places on fire.
Ah, okay, okay. Okay, thanks. We talk later.
Absolute maniac.
Absolute maniac.
Really wants, like, a Groundhog Day
Yarn.
situation.
Yarn is gonna go over to Yeet. Oh wait, no, Yeet's not here,
Yeet is
right?
not here.
No.
I'm sorry.
So
Yeet
sad.
is not here.
I'm so
oh,
sad.
Your little buddy's not here.
I know, I'm so sad. Okay. Well then, I guess I don't feel like he's going to talk to Irina right now. I think he's still a little, trying to figure out what's up with that.
She's scary.
And
When wasn't it you? You're the one who saw her, right?
yes, yeah, yeah. Well,
So
yeah.
she's extra scary to you.
Well,
No?
no. Well,
Okay.
you'll see. We'll handle that later.
Okay.
I've thought about what. Yeah. So, but yeah. So okay,
Okay.
cool. Then I'm just gonna walk away.
I don't think that we knew that about the lanterns being picked and being the one that's killed. Like, why would we have made the lantern if we could have potentially?
Because if you didn't,
Then you'd definitely be killed.
oh, then you're definitely prey.
Okay, great, good. Okay, that's fine. Who else? Who else can I go bother? Who else can I?
Bran, Milo, there's a couple of children, there's...
I don't want to talk to the children. I'll talk to who's Bran.
Well, go ahead and give me... You hear the children singing a rhyme quietly in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if I can find it. You hear this in the back. They're singing a rhyme quietly in the corner. And you just hear, Jack, Jack, where is your head? Jack, Jack, your name must be said. Jack, Jack, where must you go? Jack, Jack, why don't you know? You also go to talk to Bran. I'm just going to give you guys this stuff because it's just some ideas. His DC is so low, I'm not going to even bother. Look, I'm not actually from around these parts, but I'm stuck in this with this curse. An honorary citizen. I guess just like you now. I hear there's a woman named Agatha who lives just west of here. Some say she's a witch and knows something about lifting the curse. I've just been too chicken to go out by myself to find out. You seem like a capable lot. Think I can muster up the courage to go if I'm with you. Now, I know that you are thinking the witch must be the source of the curse, but that's the same kind of thinking that ran her out of town in the first place. If she knows something about the curse, we should try and find out. You hear Milo in the distance as you guys are just walking around. I heard the horseman lost his head to a Vorpal blade. I bet it's the same blade he's using now. You don't think that this here will be after me, do you? And then Shan, there's a slight foreign accent. I hear the rumors now and then. One says someone stole his severed head after he lost it. The Art family thinks the Stan family has the remains of the skull. All the while the Stan family think the Art family has it buried somewhere. My only advice is to not go talking about it around either family. Very sensitive subject, if you know what I mean. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I'd love to sit down with Agatha. That feels like a good time to me.
Okay.
And I'm so glad to hear that Bran can muster up the courage to join us.
Okay.
So I guess while we're going over there, I'd love to, like, does he or anybody, have they actually had any personal encounters with this headless horseman?
They all have seen him before.
Okay. Like, like, it's like for real or like from afar?
Both.
I think Irina's still not really buying it. She thinks it's something else because it's like, it just poofed away. There was no real threat, it seemed like. Very strange. But yeah, I would go talk to Agatha.
Okay.
Or actually, should we go to the records place first?
It's up to you guys.
Thoughts, party people?
Well, Player Greg is really excited about the witch, but Yarn is very superstitious and not a big fan
She
of
might
the
have
idea of
pie.
going to see a witch. That's true, but nobody's told him that, so
I say let's start with the Hall of Records.
Okay.
Well, that's player me. Perry Wimple wouldn't think of a Hall of Records as anything fascinating, so.
Quellen?
Yeah, I agree with the Hall of Records.
Okay. So, you guys are about to head out the door, and suddenly it starts with the snorts of a horse. The entire town rushes to the windows to watch the fate that awaits them. A hardy set of ancient and dull armor rides into the view, carrying a wicked-looking blade that seems to drip shrouds of dark smoke. Where the armor curves to form the neck, there's no head or helm, as one would expect. Instead, there's a barely visible husk and an otherwise empty socket. The headless rider slowly trots into town on a horse darker than the night sky. The mane of the beast is dancing fire upon its back, its eyes a bright glow of infernal red. The horseman slowly trots into the village. His mount's eyes dart from one jack-o'-lantern to the next, seemingly ready to strike any at a moment's notice. The horseman keeps full control of his mount, though as he proceeds, eventually, he halts near a grouping of jack-o'-lanterns you recall some children pointing out were theirs. Gasps can be heard from the town onlookers. The horseman then leans down and scoops up one of the pumpkins and places it upon his neck. The light within his new-found head suddenly flares brighter, and you swear the carved mouth extends into an even wider grin. The mount rears up as the horseman quickly turns to gallop away. The mount seems to be purposely kick some of the jack-o'-lanterns, destroying them on its way out of town. Anyone that rolled less than 10 on their check for carving their lantern, the horse kicked your pumpkins and destroyed them. Jack has chosen, exclaims one townsperson. Whose lantern has he taken? And you hear the crack of an older man's voice. Mine. You turn your heads, and it's Ander, the record keeper you met earlier in the night. He wipes away a small tear, trying to be strong. All these years I thought I would live to see the end of Jack's curse. Some younger children hug the elder's legs, and his composure is lost to a flood of tears.
So, what do you mean? What happens now?
He'll be after our heads. The lanterns that are destroyed, and the lantern that's chosen. And with that, we're going to take 15.
What the fuck?
Welcome back.
Did anybody's pumpkin survive?
Yes. One.
All right. Great.
Only because Aaron gave me advantage, which wasn't even what I was looking for, but it worked. I'll take it.
Damn.
So, he left. What do you guys do?
Honestly, my original idea was like just start listing off names to try to guess his name. I know it's a bad idea, but that's immediately what I was thinking about doing.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron,
Mhm.
Albert,
Jimothy,
Alfred.
Barnacle, anything. But so I think we should go talk to Agatha, and then go to records, because she might have information that will help us at records, right?
Could be. Please excuse me, I'm trying to open up a Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy.
Oh, you are excused. Ooh, green apple. All right,
Mhm.
delicious.
Green apple and cherry. My favorite.
I've got beef jerky, and I'm feeling surrounded right now.
I wonder
Yeah.
why.
You can't see
I
them,
see this.
but they're there. You
I
a
see
little
the
bit
tops
brighter.
of heads, yeah. Little booties and tops of heads all around.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. What are you guys deciding to go to the witch? Or you're changing your mind from going to the
I do think we need to go to the records, but I thought maybe Agatha might have information for us that would be helpful for us before we go to the records. I don't know. Do we think one makes more sense now than the other?
It's up to you guys.
I mean, we know the name of the two names of the families that might have the head, so the Hall of Records could help us at least with that part.
I'm sorry, I have to say this. One of the titles on this is I said Faye, what's going on?
Oh,
Had to say it. I said Faye. What's going on?
so I wake in the morning and I step outside.
Actually, no, that's a good thought though, Chris. Maybe we should go to the records and look up the Stan and Art
The
family?
Stan and Art, yeah.
Ow! Sir, please go away. I love you. Go away.
Maybe there's records on the witch.
What? Now, we don't know that she's a witch. We can't just go around accusing every woman every which way as being a witch. She is probably very nice.
I mean, I wasn't accusing. I was just saying, what's wrong being a witch?
It just has some connotations, Although Agatha's a sick witch name.
It is.
Yeah.
I agree.
Ow.
All right, so you guys are going to go to the records house.
I guess so. Yeah.
All right. You guys walk out. The fog has dissipated a little bit, but you can go across the yard or the square to the records area.
Are there still a bunch of fairies and brownies out here?
Yes, there are.
Do you want to talk to one?
No, I was just curious if they were still like around or if they
Yeah,
ran
yeah.
off when the
You see
horsemen came. Or...
they were quiet. They disappeared when he was here, but then they slowly have come back again.
Can we talk to one? Is there one nearby while we're walking over there?
Do an investigation check.
Oh no. Oh, maybe.
She's
Maybe.
she's turning into a robot.
Yeah, she's roboting.
Sounds like she's has a filter.
Oh, now
Talking
you're
through a
not.
kazoo.
You're fine now. Arena, you rolled a 12? Okay. Yeah, you're not hard to find one. You do. Do you want to... talk to what you see one that's picking up a piece of candy.
Yeah. I want to ask about. So did you all see that headless horseman? Do you know him as Jack?
Jack? Yeah, I know Jack.
What do you think about him?
Mean fella.
Mean.
Yeah,
Okay.
very angry.
How long has he been around?
I don't know. I come here for the candy.
Oh, sure. How long have you been coming here for the candy?
Oh, every couple years we come by, say hello, get some candy, come back. I mean, this candy lasts us a long time.
Oh, that's good. So do you know anything about Jack other than he's a mean guy?
I don't know. He's upset because, well, not really sure, but
I heard it's because he lost his head and forgot his name.
well, yeah, that is part of the story, but I also hear that it has a lot to do with love.
Oh. How so?
I don't know. It's just a rumor that the one he loves, he's in the situation because of the one he loves. I don't know.
Oh. That's heartbreaking. Do you know anything about her or him?
I don't know. There's this rumor of an old fae. I don't want to say any more. I can't say more.
Oh. Okay. What if I give you a gold piece? Can you tell me more then?
Gold?
Okay. What if I give you
The gold piece has chocolate in it.
the gold piece has chocolate in it?
Chocolate?
Mhm.
I could always use more chocolate.
Okay. Well, can you tell me more and then I'll trade you for the gold piece?
Give me a persuasion check. Or it's either persuasion or
23?
deception.
Or,
Is deception the same as your persuasion?
Yep.
Okay, so it doesn't matter. She takes the coin. It's really heavy. She goes, "There's a lot of. Will this give me more candy?"
Yeah. You can use that to get more candy.
Sunflower. Salicia sunflower.
That's his love?
Yes, I guess that's the story, anyways.
Okay. That's a very beautiful name. Oh, what is your name?
Mortimer.
Mortimer. That's a beautiful name as well.
Well, I gotta head back to the apple orchard.
You certainly do. Thanks, Mortimer.
as he just like hops. It's just too heavy. He's born.
Perfect.
Like,
Well, that was excellent. All right. I'm sorry, buddy. You gotta go away. I love you. Bye.
I love you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I love you. Bye. Bye. Bye.
In the words of my wife at work, when she'll give somebody heavy, like some sort of paperwork or stuff that needs to get done, she'll hand it, put it on their desk, and go, "Bye."
All right. Come on. Come on.
Here
There
you
we
go.
go.
Bye.
Bye.
So, you guys head to the records house.
Yes. Want some turkey? All right, you guys. Everyone needs to calm down.
But you got beef jerky.
All right, you see this rundown house that looks like it's been expanded upon several times over history. You open the door, and it's a mess of shelves and tables, all stuffed with stacks of books and paperwork. I want everyone to roll me an investigation check.
This is my strong suit right here.
Too,
Oh,
and
come
I-
on, Perry. Oh!
-2, but God, that's 20.
Natural 20 is still... I'm still concerned that a
Yep.
natural 20.
Yeah.
Is that everybody?
It's only fair. It's only fair.
Okay. So,
I mean, even an idiot can have some dumb luck when looking through some books.
so the first thing you notice, there's a book that's laid out in a glass case. Irina, you come up to the book that's in the glass case, and it's a centerpiece, which is obvious importance. Reading through the book provides some possible relevant passages. Once upon a time, there was a Fey princess who lived deep in the Feywild. Her name was Princess Celicia Sunflower. She loved and protected her subjects, weaving magic to keep her threats from her land as best as she could. While sleeping, the princess awoke to alarm, for green-skinned brutes had fought their way into her homeland and began terrorizing her subjects. Her panic soon subsided, however, as the screams of terror changed to cheers of joy. A human paladin had traveled from faraway land and slain the brutes. Salita was instantly smitten by this man. He was square-jawed, with firm muscles of both a swordsman and a horseman, riding upon a swift mare. He wasn't particularly handsome, perhaps for human standards, but certainly not compared to Fey royalty. The princess considered it was because of his exotic appearance and pure heart that she fell for him. Regardless of the reason, the two spent what seemed an eternity of sunsets, mutually trapped in the enchantment of love. Perhaps they were countless, as the sun does not set in the Feywild. Or perhaps the sun does not set because Celicia did not wish for their time together to end. Eventually, though, with a sense of duty, the paladin left the land upon his white mane horse, promising to return. Celicia returned to her fickle ways, counting the days upon the flowers. She wrote sonnets and poems and dreamed of the adventures that her love was on. She waited and waited for the day she could see the not-quite-ugly face, to hear the tales of the fiends and foes he had fallen. But to think he would rather dismember demons than to bask in her beauty? Did he forget? Did he lose his way? No, he had found another. Of this she was sure. In the margins of the story, a note simply reads, "The Fae take seriously a story that rhymes, and it is said that may contain a bit of magic. This passage should be read carefully and carefully noted." When a Fey princess becomes sad and jealous, it consumes her and someone will pay. Celicia's sorrow has spread, and the lands around her grew gray. She had known love, lost it, and could find it never again. A curse she would place upon him, so he would feel akin. Nevermore would he find that which he would have lost. Forever searching would be his cost. Now, this is the end of the story as far as Celicia is concerned. It should be noted that this curse did indeed take hold. The paladin lost his way home and never found his way back. Eventually, his travels and his life came to an end. He faced a shadowy beast, and in the ensuing battle lost his head. His horse and body were dragged away and consumed by the beast, but the curse was stronger than even the Fey Princess intended, for a dark reflection of the paladin took hold and the shadow fell. And from that day forward, the curse lived on with the Dark Rider. An additional note in the margins. I'm curious about this tale. I recall it being forbidden for a Fey to love a mortal. Did these events lead to that rule? Yarn, you find a list of names and dates going back almost 200 years. Some of the years, especially the most recent, reveal a single name, while the older entries have 2 or more, even as many as a dozen. The best you can surmise, no name appears twice, but surnames are duplicated several times.
In what is the book?
You just find a list of names and dates going back 200 years in a book.
Oh, okay.
Next, you see
Francis.
Quellen, you see another book is of death certificates. After discovering several death certificates and matching the names with the list you found earlier, it has become apparent that the list contains all the names of those the horsemen have beheaded.
You said on the book that I found, Aaron, that there are a number of surnames, but no name appears twice.
Yes.
Okay.
But surnames are duplicated several times.
Right.
You also find death certificates. Yeah, that's all the beheadeds. Yarn, you also you start looking around. As she's starting to hear the story, like Irina was reading those stories out loud, and maybe he didn't mean to pop out, but you see this pseudo dragon pop his snoot out as he seems almost like enthralled by her speaking.
And who sees that? Does everybody see that?
You do.
Okay. How close is the pseudo dragon to me when
He's in the
that happens?
stacks, not too far away, maybe 15 feet away.
And does he stay out?
Yeah, he's almost seems like he's like enthralled in what she's talking about.
And so these are like, how big is he?
Oh, he's small. Like, kind of think of cat-sized.
Yeah, right. Okay, right. That I just wanted to make sure because I thought he would be small, but
Yeah, kind of think like maybe a coon, Maine coon size.
okay.
So bigger cat, like her cat behind her. She's a little.
So Yarn is gonna quietly
Checking her facts.
like pad up to him,
Mm-hmm.
like from the side,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and he's just gonna like sit there for a couple minutes to see if it notices or says anything.
Mm-hmm.
Does it?
Roll a stealth check.
Okay. I haven't rolled above an 8 all night.
It doesn't notice you.
Okay. All right. So he sits there and just watches it, right? And it just stays enwrapped, right?
Mm-hmm.
He says, and so eventually, right after watching it for a few minutes, he says, you like her talk, huh?
It suddenly turns, startles, and turns invisible.
Okay. All right. Yarn just like, he doesn't make any moves. He's just looking around.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Oh, where do you go?
Meanwhile, you, Periwimple, you find several things. First you find is the records of several groups and adventuring bands, including contracts to kill the Headless Horseman. Comparing the names on the contracts with the Horseman's casualty list, for the most part, they seem to match up, especially in the years where there are multiple deaths. And then you do find a poem. Once a year, when the plains align just right, a Headless Horseman rides through the night. He seeks what he can never find and takes from you in kind. The skull that sat upon his shoulders was removed and buried with the boulders. The horseman's name, long forgotten, must be heard by the dead and rotten. Should the rider be pointed to home once more, a curse removed, so say the lore. Anything I need to repeat?
You said the head was buried with the boulders.
Mm-hmm.
The name is forgotten, but with the dead. You're muted, Reagan.
Oh,
Uh-oh. Should...
Basically, he would.
Yeah.
It's my headphones for some reason. That was weird.
Okay.
your headphones dying.
No. Can you copy? Can you just copy it into the chat? Is that allowed? Removed and buried with the boulders. Something about the name must be heard by the dead. So like once
Heard by the dead.
we have to say it near dead people, presumably.
Here it is in the chat. If it'll do it. I don't know if it'll actually do it. It didn't do it. Bear with me.
Rude.
Mhm.
In the main chat of Discord for you.
Lovely.
Should the rider be pointed home once more, a curse removed, so says the lore. And then, finally, you find a wanted poster. You discover a very old and weathered parchment. It is the warrant for the arrest of Sir Baltus Brom, who is wanted for failing to uphold the ideals of the Paladin Code and for deserting in the campaign against fiends.
Is Baltus Braun on the list of dead folks?
No,
Wait, what is this from?
it's a
This is a
wanted,
wanted poster.
It's a wanted notice.
And
It's
it
a-
looks old as heck.
It's a warrant for the arrest of Sir Baltus Brom, who is wanted for failing to uphold the ideals of the Paladin Code and for deserting in the campaign against fiends.
So I mean, that sounds like that could be the name of our guy, right? Because if he disappeared for a long time to play lovey-dovey with the princess.
Mm-hmm. It's worth a shot.
I mean, but it's already found here. Surely somebody else would have.
Put
But I guess
two and
nobody else had the
two.
skull.
They wouldn't have gone looking for it. Maybe Baltus. Mm.
It can't be that easy. But maybe. But
Maybe it's because
Or
I
maybe-
rolled a natural 20.
Or maybe if we find Baltus Braun, he can tell us who the other paladin is, because he was a paladin.
Yeah.
I think that
Yeah.
would be the other option, yes. If that's not him, then that is somebody who knew him.
Yeah, right.
Well, maybe Agatha knows too.
So, I mean, so we know buried with the boulders, and we know
Mhm.
2 families who that could be.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the chances there's boulders at both their houses? Come on now. Real?
I mean, suspicious. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
mean, I
yeah,
think we've.
skull set upon his shoulders was removed and buried with the boulders. Hearts must be heard by the dead and rotten. So that, yeah, we have to say his name. And should the writer be pointed home once more, a curse removed, so says the Lord. So we have to
We
say
also
his
need
name.
to know where he's from.
Home.
Or is home the Fae? How do you point him towards the Fae?
Well, but he's. Oh, because his home is his
Yeah,
love.
that would make. That would be my other guess there.
Oh, that's so romantic for Halloween.
Or his
And that's
home's
what
the
Halloween's all
cemetery,
about.
because that's where he belongs.
Hey! Okay. Alright.
Well, I say witch before we try to find the head. Maybe she has more info before we
Yeah,
actually.
I agree. Wait a second, Yarn, what are you doing over there?
Yarn shows the book with the names.
Okay.
Names.
Yeah.
And you do determine that no one else has that name in the list of deaths or anything. No one, the Sir Boltus or Bolt, whatever his name is. He is not there.
Okay. Alright.
Is he in the?
Not.
He's not in either of the book with the death certificates or the other one with the names and dates.
Yes.
Okay. What about Agatha? Is she in either of those books?
No.
Oh.
Okay.
Alright.
Is the old guy who is marked for death tonight? Is he like one of the first names in the book, or?
He has no name in the book. No. He's.
The book is the record of names of dead people.
Well, no, there was the death certificates, but there was the other book. I thought.
They have the actual death certificates, but the book is the record of the names of everyone
Oh,
who's been
gotcha.
killed.
Okay.
Easier, so you don't have to flip through a bunch of death certificates.
Yeah,
You can just look
yeah.
at the book.
Makes sense.
What? Okay. Cool. Then I think. Yeah, let's go talk to Agatha. Should we go grab Bran too and bring him with us?
Sure.
Give me a minute.
He was the guy that wouldn't come, right?
Well,
that
he was
didn't
the
wanna
one
come
who
without
was
us?
yeah,
Yes.
he was too scared to go by himself. But he would be okay to go.
Did he seem like a person who could hold his own in a fight?
I mean, he's another body.
Yeah, but another. Yeah, I guess I mean it steals one hit from the rest of us if he only dies quickly.
Is that your water goblet?
I'm very thirsty. I don't want to get up again.
No, certainly not.
Okay. So. You guys. Please excuse me. Come out.
Okay.
Do you want anything with the pseudo dragon, or are you done with that?
Yarn's the only one that saw him
So
and didn't
I'm
tell me
asking
anything
Yarn.
about it.
Yeah, I kept, I was like asking where he went. You know
Oh.
what I mean? And trying to talk to him.
Oh, well, yeah, just I'm sorry. I didn't want you to miss out on him. So, what do you say out loud?
Where did you go? Are you still there? I did not mean to frighten you, my friend. I was just curious.
You hear. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Yarn, what are you doing? Who are you talking
Cool.
to?
That's my night. That's 3.
You hear no response back. Nothing.
Okay, cool. So
What?
I walk away.
What are you doing?
There was a creature. It was small, like a small animal, but it was flying. It was very curious. Never seen anything like it, but it poofed. I tried to talk to it.
Do you think it's still here?
Probably, I think it is invisible.
Little creature. Do you want to come out?
It almost looked like a cross between a butterfly and a dragon.
Oh,
It was pretty.
that sounds like a very beautiful creature. We'd love to see this beautiful creature.
So is that a dragonfly?
It liked the reading. Maybe if you read more.
Oh, okay. Can I go back to the book and read some more of the book?
Sure. As you go to read the book some more, give me a persuasion check with advantage, Reagan, since you're reading the book as if he was going to tell you a story. Or you can start telling a story.
I'd rather read the book. If we feel like that'll work.
Okay.
Oh, pitiful.
Yeah.
13.
He's lost interest.
Oh. Okay.
You don't hear from him.
All right.
Should have told a story.
Well.
Hey man, sometimes the dice.
Giveth,
Don't want us to make a new friend.
and sometimes it
And
taketh
that's what the
away.
it's just the dice.
Once was a guy from.
The highest I've
Okay.
rolled all night is an 8.
Well, sorry. Maybe
It's just
later.
the way it is. Yeah.
As we're leaving, I'll take a little piece out of my, of meat out of my bag and leave it where he was talking to, where he said it was.
So cute.
Okay. So,
Okay.
as you guys are heading out, you leave the book, the bookkeeper's home, and you suddenly hear, as you open the door, Penelope! Penelope, has anyone seen my wife? A man is in the crowded inn asks with a worried tone as you hear screaming out. She's outside! The Jack is out there too! And you see a small woman, perhaps in her 40s, with a simple hunter's short bow, knocked, is on the street, prepared to fire upon what looks like the Headless Horseman.
Oh. Eldritch Blast?
Made him disappear last time.
I did work last time!
I need you all to roll for initiative.
Throwing a bunch of pumpkins at him.
This headless horseman guy's really weak. One Eldritch Blast and he just disappears.
Well, no, I mean, listen.
Natural 1.
Jesus. Oh, yarn.
Oh, buddy.
Excuse me.
Oh, yoy, yoy. All right, he says.
Please excuse me as I'm trying to get music back on. It all froze up, so.
Oh. Is that my fault? It froze up when I froze up?
No.
Okay.
I wish it was that easy. Okay.
I started blasting. Oh, intense.
The Eldritch Blast goes off. Who are you shooting at? The horseman? I'm assuming?
Penelope.
Yep. No, not Penelope, the horseman.
Okay, go ahead and give me
A 25.
25 hits.
Okay, 11 damage. Force damage.
Do you have more than one bolt yet?
I do. I got 2 beams. Do I roll it twice, or does the damage go twice?
No, you roll it each time. It's like a
Okay.
magic. Well, not like magic missile because that automatically hits.
Well, I got an 11 the second time, so only the one time hits.
Yes, only the one-time hits. You feel the blast. It turns his attention towards you. Periwimple, it is your turn.
How far away is he?
He's about 60 feet away.
That works for me.
Sorry, I don't have a
I
map for
am-
you guys, but this is not. It's
That's
not
okay.
difficult.
No, that's fine. Yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and start running towards him.
Mhm.
I will go ahead and use my charger feat to take the dash action, and then when I get to him, I'm gonna make a weapon attack. I'm
And
gonna make that a rec.
you can
What's that?
you can make that far.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if I take the dash
Okay.
action, I have 80 feet, and then I get to make a weapons attack because of the charger feat.
Do a perception check for me.
I'm not
Since
good
you're
at
right up in front of
those.
him.
Oh no, I am good at those. Never mind. I take that back.
Not bad.
I roll poorly
Okay.
though.
You notice on the armor around the neck is some sort of engraving. You're not exactly sure. You're not. It's a little hard to see. But you
Okay.
see something is there.
I'm not sure if that means much to me, but we will go ahead and go actions. Do this. I'm gonna roll with advantage. 22 to hit,
That hits.
and then that is this, and then it is plus 5 damage, so 16 damage.
Great. He takes that damage.
That is my turn.
All right. Next you see is the woman. She shoots her bow at him. Wow, she actually hit. I was not expected to do this. What is a short bow?
1d6, I think,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
because a longbow was 1d8.
And I have a light crossbow, which is 1d8.
Short bow. Here, I got pulled up.
1d6.
Yep.
Lovely.
Is what I said.
You
Yeah, you're
guys,
right,
you're so smart. You all knew in your heart, you knew the answer.
Right. He see the arrow go right into his shoulder, but he doesn't feel that hurt from it. Quellen, it is your turn.
Jake Quellen.
Jacqueline.
Muted. Sorry. I'll cast Guiding Bolt at him.
Okay. Ooh, that hits.
Ouchie.
And remind me, what type of damage is this?
Radiant.
This took a lot more damage out of him than you thought it would.
Oh.
And that was a high hit, too. 9? Damn.
He doesn't like the sauce.
You hear this roar. Like, you don't understand how he could roar. And, like, it seems like he's getting very pissed off. Irina.
I going to blast him again, I guess. That is the best thing for me. 24.
24 hits. Damn.
5 force damage. And then I go again. 19?
That hits.
Okay, that's 12 damage.
Holy crap.
Ouchie.
He's still up and going. Like, he's still on that horse. Yarn, it is your turn.
I feel like if we could get him a spice latte, he'd be marketable.
Listen.
Okay, so you said we're what, 60 feet away?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I am going to bonus action dash so that I can move 40 feet closer to him. And then I will throw daggers at him. I have many daggers to throw. Let's see if I can roll above an 8. There you go. It's just attacks that I have to do. So that's a 15 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. All right. So that is 8 points of. He doesn't have anybody in his range, huh?
Yes,
I don't
I'm
get
up,
sneak
I'm right
attack.
up with him.
Oh, are you? Sweet. Okay,
Yep.
then I get sneak attack. So it's 8 points of piercing, magical though, since I have the magic weapon, and I will roll. Sneak attack is 9 more points of damage.
So 17 total.
Yep, and then I get to attack a number 2 because I throw 2 daggers. And the second one is not so hot. It's a 12.
That's a miss.
Okay. But I got the sneak attack, huh?
Not
You're so sneaky.
It is the
sneaky
top
thing.
of the turn order. And he is going to since he got right, you got right up on him.
Oh, I was gonna go back.
Oh, not
To,
you.
oh, but you're talking to him. Yeah, I forgot that I was gonna move back. It's a fine though. It's a fine.
He's going to use his sword.
As much as I hate to say this, you have advantage on the attack.
Yes, I
'cause
do.
I did use reckless attack. And I'm not raging yet, so ouch. Just saying in advance.
Ouchie.
That is a 20 to hit.
Well, that certainly hits.
Are you wearing any armor?
No, but I'm a barbarian, so I have unarmed
Oh.
defense. I just
Are
didn't
you
rage yet.
raging? Or are you not raging?
No, I had to use my bonus action to do the that dash whatever feat thing. Charger.
He's got the unarmored D.
That's 11 points of damage. And he's going to throw a hand axe, at the woman. Oof, it's not nearly as good. That's only a 10, and that would hit her. She's only a commoner. Hand axe is like a 1d6, right?
Yeah.
You see her drop.
I would like to take my reaction and make attack against him using Sentinel. Since he attacked somebody else besides me.
Okay.
T3 to hit.
That hits. He's not even raging.
13 damage.
He is
And
not...
his speed 0, just in case he decides to get any funny ideas about running.
Okay. Periwinkle, it is your turn then.
Okay. I would like to bonus action Rage. And then I'm going to hit him a couple times. Hopefully. Nat 20.
That hits.
Oh!
Double damage.
Double damage, plus I have something else for Nat 20s with the Vicious Axe. So the Vicious Axe also adds an extra 7 to that, so that would be 23 damage.
Okay.
This dude's taking some hits.
Yep. And then another 23 to hit. Holy shit, I'm rolling the 15s.
Shit. Yeah, that hits.
Yes.
I like barbarians. This is fun. And then another 9 damage.
9. Okay. You see him turn into the fog and just dissipate. Gone.
But not before he had to axe that girl something.
You saw the woman drop, and then suddenly you see a form rise above out of the body. Looking and turning to you guys. I'm gonna roll a d4. Quellen 1, 2 is Yarn, 3 is Periwinkle, and 4 is Irina. Irina. You see her, you see this spirit go right over to you. Sorry, this is per the game.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Uh-huh. $26.
Oof.
She's got that riz, baby.
You hear in your head this voice of this woman.
Join the chorus.
Yeah. As she is saying, I must kill him. I must kill him. He must die. And then she just gets pushed out. As you're like, fuck you. You're not to stay. You're not. I have enough voices as it is.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron, I'm not sure if it actually matters in the big picture, but the Headless Horseman would have taken an additional 4 damage because I was raging. I've never played a barbarian before, so I didn't know about the +2 damage while raging.
Thank you. It does not matter.
I didn't think so, but I figured just in case he keeps those hit points for a later confrontation, you know.
Great.
Quellen, it is your turn.
Oh, we're still in combat, huh?
The woman, the spirit has gone away from.
The spirit is currently visible in front of Irina.
Try to save her.
Kill her?
You can
What?
try.
You could try to save the woman, yeah.
Yeah. Suck that spirit back out of me and back into her. Thank you.
Hey, she's dead, right?
You could bring her back. The dead, like,
Yeah.
remember, you guys,
I'll make my way to her.
to the dead woman?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How far away is she?
You could make it to her.
I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on her.
She's dead,
You don't.
right?
This is combat. She could be.
She just got hit. She could be fine.
Unless you do healing.
Oh, she's not dead yet?
She's dead. You can heal her, and you would make her.
No, but if I do Spare the Dying, it gets her
No.
same thing as healing. Yeah, right?
No, it doesn't. It just keeps her stable at 0 hit points.
Yeah, but I have to get her back to 0 before it cure her wounds, right?
No,
No.
you can do
Oh.
cure wounds.
Okay, cure wounds.
That does everything all at once.
Yeah. Great. You suddenly hear. She wakes up. Is that the end of your turn?
I was gonna say I'll axe her later, but no, I'm done.
I'll axe her. Irina, it is your turn. You see this spirit in front of you. Very angry spirit.
Of this woman that's now alive again?
No.
Oh! Selita.
No.
Are you Selita? Oh, no.
Well, think of it this way. She came out of that body.
Yeah.
It tried to go Iku you over because the body was dead.
Oh.
And then he just brought her back.
But I thought it was that woman. I thought it was Penelope's spirit. Is it not?
It's not.
Oh. Who are you?
What are you gonna do? You have this spirit in front of you.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck. What? Who is she? Can I,
You just heard the voice that I must kill him, I must kill him, I must kill him.
I hear you, sister. And the horseman is gone.
Mm-hmm. And you gotta understand, this woman that ran out, she was not built for this. She's a commoner. She was not an adventurer.
No. Fuck. What? Can I... Who is this spirit? That's my question. Can I talk to her? I said, I hear you. Who are you?
You don't hear anything of, like, normal intelligence left in her. It's like as if
and I
she's-
can't even speak telepathically?
Well, no, you could, but it's...
Okay.
It's all you're hearing back is just kill, kill, kill,
Okay.
kill.
Okay.
Like, it's not... there's no intelligence left. It's as if it was like a... What would you call it? A poltergeist. It's just doing actions and not knowing why it's doing it.
Okay. Can I blast it?
Yeah.
Great. 18?
18 hits.
12 damage.
12 damage.
And then... I crit.
It hits.
13 plus 7. Math.
That's 20 points of damage,
20.
and you see the specter just dissipate into nothing and
Who
die.
the fuck was that bitch? Oh. Oh, man. Oh, wait. I wonder if she... So she jumped into Penelope to try to get her to fight the horseman?
Sounds like it.
Whoa. Who was this? Oh my god. Okay. Are we out of combat? Can I
We
go to Penelope?
are out of combat.
Oh my gosh. Can we go pick up Perry? Get Penelope. Bring her inside.
Mm-hmm.
I can pick her up. I'm there.
Oh yes, please pick her up. Thank you, Quillen.
You go back into the inn.
Okay. Folks. We heard about Jack. Why didn't anybody tell us about a ghost woman going around?
They had no clue about it either.
Well, exciting. Okay. We've really got to get out of here. This is a messed up little spot. Ugh.
You see Penelope is back. She's there.
Oh my god.
You guys are way too overpowered. You took out the freaking headless horseman.
For now. He's gonna keep coming back.
Jinx.
Oh, brother. Okay. I think... Oh, golly. I think I need another glass of wine, and then we need to go talk to Agatha.
You can talk to Penelope too.
Oh, great. Oh, is she okay? Okay, well, she's fine-ish.
Yeah, she's.
I'll get her a glass of wine, too.
They don't have many like they don't have any many hit points. Basically,
No, well,
he fully
they're
healed
people.
her back to health again.
With five.
With like
With the worst roll ever.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
they only have
Oh,
like
man.
maybe 4 or 5 hit points, so basically he cured her back to normal health.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll get her a glass of wine too, and I'll say, hey, what was that about?
I don't know. This creature just took over my body as if it was not my own and just had this urge to need to kill him.
Hmm. And that's all you got from this creature that took over your body? There was any other feelings about him?
This horrible anger
Mm.
that he killed me. And I swear, all I could hear was rushing water.
I don't know what that means. Oh.
Maybe she was killed by the river.
There is a river running through the town, right?
A river runs through it.
Oh.
Killed her.
Okay. Interesting. This is so silly. Would there be anything in the records about a woman drowning in the river?
Not that
Anders,
they
do you
can
know?
of.
Oh, okay. And does Anders know about a woman that was drowned?
No, not drowned.
Okay. Not drowned.
There's been many female adventurers that have come in and died.
Uh-huh. But that died because of...
Him, the headless
Yeah.
horseman. Yeah.
Interesting. if this is like an Ophelia situation. And she didn't respond to me when I tried to call her Seleta. She
Nope.
just...
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. Heck.
I'll tell you what, as I'm being
Okay.
nice,
I don't know what to do with this information, Aaron. I'm not smart enough.
all the information I have given you guys, you could figure out everything you need
Okay.
to stop the curse.
Okay. 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 We have it all.
That is the best I'm going to give you.
The right.
Okay. Maybe. Oh, is it? Oh.
What he can never find.
What?
All the poetry,
Yeah.
the things the pixie have said, the rushing water.
Point
Is
him to
the-
home. Figured out his home yet?
No.
Where do you think his home would
I-
be?
Starbucks.
No.
Well, probably like I don't know, like maybe Faerun, right?
I'm still leaning towards the Fae where Celicia is from.
I'm thinking like
That ghost,
Love.
the one we have to speak his name to, the one we.
was it a dead and rotten kind of a ghost, or was it? I don't know.
She's definitely
Well,
dead.
and are the boulders by the river? And then does the
I mean,
does
maybe
it
we have to
span
go
an
look for
Ark
these
family?
two. Yeah, maybe we have to go look for these two houses and see if we can find the head either way.
So Aaron, you're saying we have enough information to figure out the curse, but we don't yet have all of the stuff we need to actually bring.
What you need to know that you need to curse is either you have to find his head, give him his
Mhm.
name, and lead him
Yep.
to his home.
Lead him to his home. Okay. Great. 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 Let's go find the head.
I'm going to be kind. Reagan, I need you to roll
Why?
a history check.
Oh. Okay.
Or whoever has the best history check gets to roll.
I have
Negative
a +5, but
2.
I got an 11.
-1.
Aaron's actually pretty smart, so yeah, I +3.
The smartest one in the room is Tim Baxi.
All right, I'll roll.
That's a
14.
14. Okay. Putting 2 and 2 together,
We get
if
5.
you get 5, yes. You could pertain from what you've known is that the one name that's missing out of the book, that it has to be his name.
Right, the Braun name or whatever.
Yes. And then secondly, his home can only be one place. And the only thing that you didn't know was where was the portal for that home. But you could put 2 and 2 together if you talk together. The pixies said where they go. Where was the pixies going? Back home, right?
The apple orchard, yeah.
The apple orchard. Back to the
Oh,
Feywild.
yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
So it only seems that you have the name of him, the name of where his home is, which is at least the portal is at the apple orchard.
Mm-hmm.
And the only hint left you have is she heard rushing water.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the waterfall.
So we can find which of those two families' houses have water moving through it?
Well,
Is that a...
There is a river
What is-
running through the village.
Yeah,
a
the
bidet.
river running through the village. But I guess
But is it only
If
running through
she's-
like one of the family's houses, like Art or Stan?
But if she's not, I guess I still don't know who she is. Or how she's relevant to the story.
Yeah, I don't know.
And why she died in the river. That's what I'm presuming. I'm presuming she died in the river and now she's got to kill him. What is happening on top of my head?
Hair.
Either way, we still need to find the skull, though, right? So,
Mhm.
like, okay. So we need to go to the Stan and Art families' homes. Maybe? Yes. Yes.
Give me one more investigation check with the innkeepers, like all of you.
Oh no.
I was the person with the -2 keep getting the highest one.
Okay, this is not too difficult. You remember in many of the discussions, one of the families owns the lumber mill
Mmm.
attached to the river.
Which family?
The Arts.
And which one was it? So one family thought the other one had it?
Yes, that was the game they played over time, is that one family thought the other family had the head. Blah, 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 blah.
Okay. So I guess... So why would this ghost woman...
Maybe she knew something that others didn't know.
Oh, she knows where the head is. The head is by the boulders in the river. Maybe.
What do you guys do?
I'm gonna go look at the Arts house.
Or the mill?
Or the
Yeah.
mill.
Yeah. I guess before we leave the inn, can we ask Anders if there was anyone from the Arts family who died that wasn't like...
These he goes on to tell you that these families have come and gone for a very long time. The mill is just there to keep the, and since they relive this night every night, it's not like they need it.
Hmm.
It's just lost with time. These people have been disappearing, and then people have been replenished by people like you walking into town.
Okay.
And then they themselves have had children, and
And so people kind of stopped going to these
places.
outside buildings. Yeah. Okay. lumber mill?
Mm-hmm. I say so.
All right, you guys start heading southeast, and if you go the map here, which you probably see anyways, let me to the mill here. You see 2.
Okay.
The number 2.
Do it.
You guys start taking a walk down there. You start investigating the mill, and nothing seems out of place here. It's definitely been not used. You see that the water's flowing and everything seems fine, but it hasn't been used in a very long time.
Are there any boulders nearby?
Go ahead and do a perception check for me. Or an investigation, whichever is better.
Please, perception.
23. You walk out, and you're looking out right next to, like, it looks like it's a small, like, deck area, like, leading out next to the mill wheel going by the river. And you're looking out, and you see out in the distance what looks like a large river, like the river there, but you see these two large boulders on the corner of the river there, where it takes a bend. And a further look, as you look down and deeper into what you look closer, you're not quite sure what you see. Irina, I'm sure you would tell her, hey, look. She sees because she can see in dark. You look at these boulders, and you see what looks like a skeletal hand. And what looks like some sort of garment, like, pinned into the boulders there.
Is it on our side of the river?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Harry, I think I see a skeleton down there. Can you come down and help me get it out from between the boulders?
Yeah, of course. I saw the boulders, but I can't see much else.
It only made sense that you couldn't see that. It's too difficult in the
Yeah,
dark.
humans have notoriously good dark vision.
I'm a human. Still. Okay. Okay. So.
Oh, I mean, then in that case, well, your dark vision's better than mine. Odd. Okay. Anyways.
You guys start heading down towards the river. You and Periwinkle. Do you guys follow suit behind? So, you guys go to the edge of the water, and you see these two boulders, like, pinned against each other. And you see this, what looks like a hand and some cloth, just, like, pushed against the boulders. What do you guys do?
I want to try to pull it out.
All right, so you go to pull it out. I need you to make a strength check.
And Periwinkle is here, and to help. He's the one who's gonna do it, probably.
Yeah, I mean, if she wants to give me the help action, I can do it.
Yep,
that's probably good.
I helping you.
So just a straight strength check.
Yep.
Not great.
13. It's enough that you pull the skeleton out, and you see it's a woman garb skeleton, and it has a short bow on her.
Does the fabric that the hand's holding happen to match some particular horseman's garments?
Not the horseman's, but it's definitely what looked very similar to the specter that was there before. That was you saw out in the square.
So this is the woman. Yeah, so this is the woman who was trying to
Mm-hmm.
kill him.
But why is she down there?
Why is she down there?
And why is
Why
she
is she down there?
without a head?
She's without a head?
Yep.
Skull that sat upon the shoulders was removed and buried with the boulders. Horseman's name. Is there another skull down here between these boulders?
I don't know. What do you guys do?
Can I keep looking from right here?
You could definitely try to go underwater and try to see.
I'll do that.
You'll do that?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You go take a dive. Do you guys do anything else? It is a river.
I mean,
it's
we can tie a
flowing,
rope
but
on
it's
you.
not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'll tie a rope. I'll act as an anchor. Tie a rope. to
Okay.
him.
I do these kinds of things, right? Remember when, I got lowered into the well? Like,
You
Yeah. Has that hair even regrown yet?
this is what I do when
So-
it comes to, like, really dangerous shit.
No, that's fine. Well, again, just like that time, it worked so well before. We'll tie a rope to him and pull him out if we need to.
Okay,
Mhm.
you row down into the water and you dive down. Go ahead and first give me a perception check.
Oh, I thought it was investigation.
Investigation's fine. Yes, you're right. Inspect because you're looking for something very specific. It would be an investigation.
13.
13. You keep going down and down. It's taking a little bit of time, but you do notice a sack pinned between the boulders at the bottom.
Okay. All right. I'm going to swim down there and get the sack.
As
Two
you're getting the
boulders and a
sack, Quillen, I need you to make a perception check. And I'll say Irina too.
Oh,
okay? Shh, do better.
bad rolls all night.
Okay.
18.
18. So, as you're going down to get this sack, you see it down there, and you go to grab for it. I need you to make a strength check to see if you can get it removed or torn through to get it out of the boulder.
Okay, well,
Or you can use a dagger and do something else. It's up to you how you want to remove it.
I mean,
I don't want to throw you on just strength, because you had other ways to get this sack.
right. And you said it's, like, stuck?
Yeah, it looks like the sack is like stuck underneath the boulder and it's like pinned down.
Can I, hold on. I'm gonna use a dagger
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can, like, wedge the dagger underneath and use it like a lever to, like, push the boulder up
You also
a little
notice,
bit so I can grab it.
yeah, so that the sack itself is what's pinned down, not the thing that's in the sack. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just try to get whatever's in the sack out of it.
Right. That's why I say you could use a dagger or something and tear it open if
Yeah,
you wanted
right.
to.
That
So-
makes sense.
As you go down, you start ripping away and you start tearing and you see this beautiful, like, it just kind of glows slightly, skull. Like, if there was beauty to death, this is what it would look like.
Cool.
And as you grab it and you hold it like a football, as you start going up, and as you're going up out of the water, Irina, you suddenly turn to see an axe being thrown your way as you dodge to the side of it.
Oh my god.
And I need everyone to roll for initiative yet
Oh
again.
my God.
And I gotta write this down.
Oh no. Oh my God. We're so close. Why does she got no head? Why? Oh my God. I still don't understand the Spectre. This is crazy. Okay, this is so good. How'd we do? Pretty good, pretty good.
Okay, so I gotta roll mine. Okay, who initiative? Irina is first with an 18. Followed by Yarn with a 16.
And so, who is did we get a description of who? I'm sorry if I missed it. Like you said the axe, but do we know who threw the axe?
Oh, it's the horseman for sure.
Okay. I mean, I don't want to assume.
Oh, okay.
No, I don't think we actually got official confirmation.
Okay, right. I didn't think so.
Irina, it is your turn first. You go to turn as this axe goes right by and hits a tree right next to you. As you turn,
Okay.
and then you see that it is the Headless Horseman coming your way.
Okay. Baltus, knock it off! We're trying to help you! Also...
You called him Baltus?
Yes.
Okay. Yarn, it is your turn.
Does he react when she calls him Baltus?
You don't know yet. It's been too soon. Too quick.
It's been
Okay.
seconds. Mere seconds.
And you're
Mere
underwater.
seconds.
Oh yeah, you're underwater.
Oh,
You don't
that
know.
too.
You
Okay,
need to
well
come
then,
up.
I mean then, yeah, I'm just gonna work on coming up, I guess.
Yeah, you come up onto the ground and you're holding the skull, but that's really much all you can do for your turn. Is that fair?
That's fair.
The Headless Horseman's turn turns and looks at you, like he stares at you, and just jumps off his horse and stares at you, like almost like he's staring, but he's stopped. Quellen, it is your turn.
Just be cool.
Be like
I
fuck.
cast Guiding Bolt at 3rd level.
What?
That's as cool as it gets.
That's not cool!
Cool as a
Quellen!
cucumber.
Why?
He has stopped fighting.
He stopped!
He
Oh, did
not-
I miss something while I was in the bathroom?
Yes. She yelled his
Okay.
name. She yelled his name, and he suddenly got off his horse for the turn and starts walking towards her non-violently. He didn't throw another axe. He didn't send another, like, an attack at her. Nothing.
Just, you can ready a guiding bolt in case
In
he
that
attacks.
case. I cast Guiding Bolt.
Just to be cool.
Let me see, what's
In that case, I cast Guiding Bolt at second level.
That's all I got. I'll hold that spell. I'll hold that at the ready at Guiding Bolt, but I won't do anything. I'll let her approach.
All right, Periwinkle, it is your turn. You're right at the rocks, seeing all this go down.
So he ain't smart, but he is wise. So we'll give him that. I am. Wait, do I have two left?
Ride his horse away.
Ugh, yeah. No. I will go ahead. I'll just ready in action. I'm going to stand right next to Irina and basically square up next to her and ready in action. If he's aggressive, I will attack. If he happens to be within 5 feet of me.
Okay, he seems to walk by you, and seems to be no way of looking like he's attacking or anything.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not going to do anything, but just in case.
All right, round 2, Irina. You see him walking towards you.
How far away is he? And then how far away is Yarn?
He is about 40 feet away from you, and Yarn is about the same distance away.
Feet. Okay. I'm not close enough. Oh, I'm so far away from both of them. Okay.
I should say he's not headless. He has that jack-o'-lantern on his head, and you see the head just kind of turn, and it kind of tilts as he walks towards you.
Right. That's fine. What I wanted to do was I wanted to go to Yarn to get the skull, and then Misty step over to him. But I'm not close enough to either of them. So I guess I'll just keep talking to him and say, Baltus, we want you to be able to go home. I'm sorry that this has been going on for so long, but we're ready for you to go home.
He just continues to follow you as you walk. The flames of this lantern turning his head as he walks, robotic-like. Dish, 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 dish. Following you slowly as you meet middle ground. And that's the end of his turn. That's the end of your turn. Yarn, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna. So I see this, right? I see that he's here and what's going on, and I see him walking towards Irina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna drop back to pass and throw his skull to Irina.
Okay.
Try to get a nice spiral on it.
Perfect.
You know.
Wonderful.
Thank you, Dan Marino.
All right. Roll to attack.
Lace is out.
You want me to make an attack or acrobatics? I mean, I can do either one. I don't really care.
Which one is better for you?
They're both a +8.
Oh, then it doesn't matter.
I guess it doesn't matter, yeah. All right. 19.
19. Acrobatics check to catch it.
Okay.
Yeah, you're on your own here. The pass was good.
17.
17. You about to catch it. You're being proud of yourself, like you're gonna catch this, but he just good. He grabs it.
Okay.
brings it upon his head. He takes the jack-o'-lantern with his other hand, throws it down as it breaks into 1,000 pieces, puts upon his skull, as suddenly a face starts to form over it. It's almost like it's melting in reverse as skin starts forming. Pale skin. The eyes never return, though.
Nicolas Cage, isn't it?
He is then staring and looking at you, Irina. We're out of combat at this point.
Okay. Okay. Let's get you home. Which direction is the orchard?
It is west of there. You would know where it is.
Great. Oh, sort of on like the path that we came in on?
No, I will show you on the map. Over here.
Over there.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Oh, not
So
far.
I'm-
Wait, let me double check.
Okay, you double check.
Yes, over there.
5. Okay. So I'm going to walk him in that direction.
You start walking. The rest in tow, I would assume, behind them.
Mm-hmm.
It takes
No,
a good 20 minutes to reach the orchard. And you see as you're going along the way, these pixies are carrying candy.
Wonderful.
Continuing to see, and then they see him and veer in the furthest direction possible, but still going in the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
As you continue down into the orchard, beautiful trees start, the fog starts to rise and the colors become vibrant. Apples strewn on the ground, in the trees. And you see a tree, large tree. Larger than any apple tree you've ever seen in your life in the center. And you see the fairies are going towards that tree. And you see a bright light in the center. As you guys walk up, you all hear in your heads, "Is it you? You were never meant to come back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I did this to you. My hatred, my jealousy. You were gone for so long. I thought you didn't love me. And you hear another voice. I always loved you. I could just never reach you. As he walks slowly into the light and disappears. You guys walk back into town, and the fog has dissipated. The jack-o'-lanterns still stand. and they reward you for your good deeds. Though they don't have much, they give what they can.
Do they have any pumpkin pie?
Pie?
They offer free room and board for life at the inn. And Anders hands you a necklace of prayer beads, which I'll tell you what that is.
They're anal beads. You have to pray they come out.
It is Annalie's birthday. I mean,
They are prayer beads, necklace of prayer beads of curing.
Mm.
There's a total of 6 beads. They either offer cure wounds at 2nd level or lesser restoration. Your choice. A cleric can wear them. So it requires attunement of a cleric.
I'll take them.
Derek, do you already have? Do you have a spot for attuned items?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, great.
Like Chris becomes reformed barbarian.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Headless Horseman changed my life forever.
I will say, Irina's
Path
having
of the Rosary Warrior.
Oh, see.
Once a magic bead is used, one of the beads is used, it cannot be used again until the next dawn. So you have 6 of them.
Wow.
Where you can do cure wounds or lesser restoration on them. On people for the entire day.
Ooh.
It's a pretty good item. Pretty good. And you know what, actually, I'm not going to change it. It's not 6, it's 4 beads. It's too much. 4 beads. That's more than generous. 4 beads, not 6.
I'll say, Irina's having a hard time with this love lost.
I even
story.
rolled for you, and I rolled a 2. So it's 2 plus 2, that's 4 beads. So it even worked out.
Go on. Everybody's having a hard time with what?
Irina's having a hard time with this love lost, and then they're coming back together. She's feeling very bad about it for herself. Deep love lost.
Did he happen to leave his Vorpal sword?
Can't
It's a
say
good-
he has. It seems that he is taking it with him.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Could always do with a good Vorpal sword.
I know.
As you guys leave, you start heading out into the fog again and quickly make it back into town. And you suddenly see that yourself is back up to the front gates within 5 minutes of Vallaki.
I'm gonna start eating more on the trail so we're not hallucinating.
All the while you hear in the arena, you just hear, "'Cause I can't help falling in love with you." And with that, we're going to call it a night. Yay, Halloween.
Fun.
That was fun.
That's cool.
Had to do something with Brandon not here. I felt bad. I didn't want to keep going. And this doesn't really affect anything except for your guys' necklace of prayer beads.
This was good. I liked it. On theme for the day.
On theme. And with you, everybody, we'll call it adieu. Until next time. Bye.